commercials. And just to explain what takes place, because some of you have done the Zoom version many times, and some of you it's the first time. Needless to say, we can't reach our hands out and do laying on of hands, but the format is going to be the same as what basically is what we do in the church building. First, we have an opening prayer, then we have a meditation so everybody can begin to relax, to let go of the whole hoopla of the worldwide political situation, COVID, all the rest of that. Just let that go. Presumably you're sitting someplace in some degree of comfort, chair, stool, sofa, whatever it is. Just remember to turn off the TV and put the cat out and not be washing the dishes. We had a meeting last week of a different group where a guy was washing the dishes until somebody said, either knock it off or we're going to de-microphone you. And needless to say, you don't have to worry about your phone because this is not a physical place. After the meditation, we'll do distance healing. Same as we would do it in the church. But the format is altered because of the Zoom format. To do the distance healing, there are two ways you can send healing to somebody who is not a member of the group tonight. They can be in Australia, they can be on Mars, they can be across the street. All you have to do is think of whoever it is, if you have anyone in mind who needs healing for whatever reason, physical, spiritual, mental, financial, whatever it is. You can say any number of names inside your own mind silently during that period. This will work. Also, 5 or 6 of you can say a first name of somebody you have an intention for out loud, one at a time. I will connect to them telepathically, and then we'll send healing out to both groups, those who are named silently in your own minds and those aloud. And I've got a short list of also emails, people who want distance healing. So that's what happens with distance healing. Then we'll get right into the laying on of hands, which is going to be the same format. Namely, but bear in mind, this is going to be healing for you, meaning when we get to laying on of hands, you'll just say one at a time, your name out loud if you want healing. Just sitting here in the miasma, in the feeling of the circle is going to heal whether you put your name forward or not. And then I will say, somebody gives out their name. Let's say it's Mona. And I say, everyone visualize Mona. And you may not know what she looks like, but you can visualize her spirit and make a couple of psychic connections. And then we'll go into a couple of minutes of silent, just plain silent healing. Just as a word to the wise, also while we're doing this silent treatment, you don't want to suddenly belt out your name aloud because we're still healing the previous person. And then I'll say, all right, who else would like laying on of hands? And then the same format. We'll give your name out and so on. We'll stop at 9 o'clock and we'll have, per usual, a jolly chit-chat session at the end after we've done with the laying on of hands. You don't have to attend that. In fact, you can come in and go out of the circle tonight. Just please not with a whole lot of noise. I mean, make sure your microphone's off. And so we'll be probably wrapped up completely by, say, 5 or 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. And that is the whole story. Let's see. Is Bob there? Bob, do you want to do the opening prayer? Bob is silent. Stan, can you do the opening prayer, please?
Okay.
Sorry, Bob just walked away. If you'd like, I'll do one. This is Norma.
Okay. Stan, oh, thank you, Norma. Stan will handle it.
Okay.
Okay, Stan, you're on.
God, Spirit, Universe, gathered together this evening virtually for powerful healing. We thank you in advance for the energies you'll be sending us, and we ask that these healings last for as long as they are needed and the circle's open.
Excellent. Thank you. Everyone just breathe easily. Begin to let go of the day, the heat, the uproar around us, taxes, when this will open, when you can get your hair cut, all the rest of the mental rigmarole of the current epoch. Begin to set that aside and instead just focus on your breath. Your breath comes normally and naturally. You don't want to exaggerate your breath or string it out or compress it. You just want to, as you breathe, notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice when you inhale, notice when you exhale. This is the oldest, the simplest of all meditations, going back at least to Egypt, and very powerful. As you breathe in, notice it. As you breathe out, simply notice it. The air passes the tip of your nose. You can notice it in that way. In the Eastern tradition, your lungs expand and then contract. You can notice it that way. Any way you choose, just pay attention to the rhythm of your own breath, rising and falling. And as the breath rises and falls in each of us, we become connected one to the other to the other. And then the whole of the circle becomes one powerful cyclotron of healing energy. Not only does it connect us to each other in the circle tonight, but also alerts the cosmic powers that we are here in order to bring about endless healing for each and every one of us, for every part of ourselves which needs support, and even those things which we aren't even aware of. Breathing in and breathing out, simply noticing the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in love, balance, trust. Breathing out, letting go of indifference, fear, corruption. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in serendipity, balance, straight talk. Breathing out, letting go of lack of awareness, heat stroke, lack of friendship. Breathing in and breathing out. And as time passes, the breath resolves itself into merely the breath. It has no negative, it has no positive. It is the flow of the eternal energies of the universe, binding us together as one great God-given group. Breathing in and breathing out. And then let your attention move to your crown chakra, the energy center at the top of your head. Allow your crown chakra to open. Invite God's healing power to pour into your physical body from above. Coming down, filling first the complex structures of your head, and then the billions of molecules of your neck, the healing power continuing down now through both shoulders, left and right, pouring down through your upper arms, left and right, then through your elbows, rushing down through the structures of your forearms, bones, blood, arteries, veins, nerves, muscles, tissues of all kinds. The healing power continuing then down through your wrists, your palms, the digits of each of your fingers, right down to your fingertips. And as this power pours through your upper physical self, it is liberated from its history and restored in every aspect. Any deficit to your physical, spiritual, or mental self, as it is ensconced in your upper self, is now let go, removed, and exits through your feet and is absorbed by Mother Earth, who knows what to do with it. The healing power then continues down through your torso, with all the body glands and organs, your heart, lungs, spleen, adrenal glands, kidneys, liver, stomach, your entire digestive path, even your appendix, your skeletal structure, skin, arteries, veins, nerves, every named and unnamed component of your core self is now flooded with God's healing intent to clear away any misalignment or danger in your central self, any worn out, used up, fearful emotions that are connected to any of the structures of your central self are now resolved. And any negativity that may have harbored there anywhere in your torso now exits also through your feet. The healing power then continues down through your buttocks, your thighs, the joints of your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your heels, the arches of your feet, the balls of your feet, right down to your toes, balancing, cleansing, and energizing the lower mechanical parts of yourself, bones, blood, arteries, veins, nerves, skin, every kind of tissue, and then finally the entirety of your physical self, the one you see in a long mirror, is healed. Not only the physical presence, but also the more or less invisible parts of yourself, your spirit, your aura, and your path, your history. And going out beyond that, the skeins of experience and connection, the ways in which you are connected to friends, family, enemies even, acquaintances, remote acquaintances, people you know very casually at the supermarket, the gas station, out on the street, people you see jogging, people you see riding their bicycle, walking their dog, but ones with whom you have connection. All those connections are likewise healed, not just the you that you understand as being yourself. And then moving along your connections to the planet, to the world, the rivers, streams, mountains, valleys, the structures, buildings, the blue bowl of the upturned sky, the sun, the moon, the sparkling stars, each of the experiences that you tie into in your life's progress, the whole of your experience is likewise healed, not just the one you see in the mirror, but the one that takes life in all at once, breathing in and breathing out. And now for a few moments, we'll go on a spirit journey together in order to extend the meditation slightly. Your spirit, your soul journeys by night when you sleep. Some of us consciously, some of us unconsciously. Some of us journey in spirit by day. Tonight, here in this group, we will journey together in a meditative state. Your mind's eye is the guide of your spirit as it journeys in any case, whether by day, by night, or in this circle. Your mind's eye is what you use to look into your past, to more or less visualize the future, and to see the events of the present very definitely. In your mind's eye, see what looks like a luxurious yacht, a private boat, not as big as a steamship, but bigger than a rowboat, and very posh. And as you're a spirit, weightless, bodiless, and fearless, traveling wherever you choose, you have found yourself at a boat basin. And across the water, you see the yacht. It seems to be mostly made of mahogany, and it's got white trim. It's very ship-shape. And as you know you are a spirit and worthy of all kinds of consideration, nothing holds you back, and you travel over the water and board the yacht just to explore. Your spirit is curious. Nobody seems to be about. No captain, no crew, no passengers. But the boat is ready to let go of its lines and sail away. As you look around 360 degrees, because you are in spirit and you can see everything at once, there are quite a few boats here in the area, and most of them are ever so slowly rocking in the water, which is not by any means turbulent. It's a sunny day. There's a slight breeze. You feel deeply relaxed. If you, after all, own this yacht, why would you have to worry? You don't. And you feel your spirit looking to find a door in the yacht, in the structure itself. You're on the main deck. You see a door with a brass polished knob. The door opens by your intention, and your spirit moves inside the boat. You have come into what looks like a lounge, could be a main dining room. It isn't really luxurious, it's just sumptuous. It's a happy place with all sorts of relaxing furnishings, pictures on the walls of all kinds of boating events, national events, pictures of horse races, the usual. And you find yourself looking at a very large leather chair, halfway between a chair and a sofa. And you feel that since this yacht has been given to you as a gift by the spirit world, why not enjoy it in the most languorous possible way? And you plop your spirit down into this huge leather chair and you just deeply relax. You look up at the ceiling of the room and you see that actually there are now other doors that are opened out to the outside world. And through them, there are slight breezes. Through them, you see sunlight. You see water out off into the distance, because apparently the yacht basin is on the very edge of the vast ocean. And you feel more and more relaxed because your worries are over. You have come into what could even be a winning lottery ticket, but you know that you have come into your own. You are now the captain of your own ship. You feel that any detraction from that is simply laughable. And you have the ability to steer your ship from anywhere on it. You don't have to be at the wheel. You don't have to be on the bridge. And you notice that the boat is now slowly beginning to move out of its berth and entering into the grand, wide expanse of the ocean itself. And as you look around, you begin to see small islands. You haven't really left the land yet. Is still parts of it visible through those doors. And you can hardly stand it. You just have to get up out of this chair that's much too relaxing and look out as the yacht begins to leave the earth behind. And you step out onto the deck. You're moving slowly, and you see that the sun has created an arc. There are several suns. There isn't just one on this journey. And each of them describes a part of an arc that looks almost like the shape of a rainbow. And you feel exhilarated by this entire unworldly experience. Why should not the greatest of all gifts come to you? And you feel yourself almost laughing inside with glee, with happiness that you have left all the worldly cares behind. That is the earthly paradise behind you. And now you're out on the grand adventure, the opportunity to expand out onto the vastness of the deep, the ocean itself. You see the suns moving in an arc. You see also, as you look upwards, there are many, many moons moving in very large circles. You feel that there's a kind of a schedule for this journey. It's in a holder on the wall of the yacht, which you are next to, being as you're on deck. And you, with your spirit hand, pick up the schedule, and it tells you what's going to happen for your entire lifetime. The schedule is extremely beautiful. It's printed by hand. It has a gold border around it. And you feel enthusiastic that yes, as you look up at the top of the schedule, the word promise is vivid. And in golden letters, they radiate promise. And you feel as if all that you ever dreamed about is at your behest. You just absorb it as you travel. And you feel yourself looking down into the water beside the slow-moving yacht, and you see what looks like a dinghy, a small boat that's larger than a rowboat, but that has an engine, and you're curious about that, and you let your spirit go over the edge and have a seat in the dinghy, which now, with its invisible pilot, begins to take you back towards the land. Your journey, the yacht, is progressing, and you're slowly, however, coming back to your physical self, seated in a chair, on a sofa, on a stool, wherever you may be tonight in the circle, breathing easily, having launched, and with great promise. And you feel a divine enthusiasm wrapping around you. And we slowly come back into our physical selves, in our own bodies, having gone outbound for a delightful experience, a change of scene, the realization that whatever you want, that you really need, is yours just for the asking. All these things are possible. And just breathe easily. And now we have come to the distance healing part of the circle. As I said at the beginning, for those of you who have tuned in late, this is how we'll do the distance healing by way of Zoom. There are two ways to do it. If you have a number of friends, family, enemies, connections in mind, sentient beings, cats, dogs, llamas, whatever it may be, any sentient being who needs help for whatever reason, physical, spiritual, mental, no matter where they are, across the street, 3,000 miles away, distance means nothing with healing. All you have to do is rattle off their names silently in your own mind, or a few of you, 5 or 6, just say a first name out loud, one at a time. I will connect them telepathically. What we'll do is everyone will place your hand on your heart, breathe easily, the first name out. I will connect to them telepathically. We will visualize that sentient being, that person, pet, whatever it is. And then we'll go into a very short moment of silence, silent healing. And then we'll go to the next person who needs, or sentient being who needs help. So do we have a first name?
Sharon.
Sharon, excellent. Everybody just place your hand on your heart, breathe easily, visualize Sharon as a world traveler, somebody who is not afraid to go across the street or across every country that there is, a feeling that she is a kind of a visualist. She likes to see, to create visions in her mind, to see what's coming up, to see what she has just done. But she likes